Hi guys, welcome to Wiki Movie Channel, and this is the first part of the best thrillers released in 2022. Unfortunately, the selection has to be made up of fairly average movies, since nothing really outstanding has been released yet. But each of the presented films may well be suitable for one-time viewing, and maybe even impress fans of the genre. Hopefully we'll find something to watch. Deep Water. Vic Van Allen invented the microchip for combat drones and now is enjoying a secure life in his house in Louisiana. Together with his wife Melinda, they are raising a 6-year-old daughter, and it seems that everything should be fine, but there are a big problem in their family. Melinda takes young handsome men to parties of Vic's friends and even home, and her husband only grits his teeth. However, one day he tells one of her boyfriends that he killed her ex with a hammer. It seems that Vic was joking, but the young guy and Melinda are not sure about that. The movie's director, Adrian Lyne, made several successful erotic thrillers in 80s and 90s, including 9.5 Weeks. And here again he decided to excite the audience with new one in this genre. For a while, the plot really seems intriguing, but in the future, it becomes worse due to some events and strange actions of the characters. However, you may not be particularly disappointed by these things, and the movie will leave a good impression. 10th place, Deep Water. Shut In. Jessica with 2 children is about to move out of a dilapidated house because she is experiencing eternal financial difficulties. But as a result of a short fight with an uninvited ex, the main character is trapped. Jessica will have to come up with a way to get out of the pantry and also save her children from danger. A low-budget survival thriller that is not very inventive in terms of events and have rather poor visual part. It combines the genres of thriller, survivor horror, and social drama, but doesn't really succeed in any of them. The movie can be selected for one-time viewing if there is nothing else to watch. 9th place, Shut In. Gold. A near but sad future. A car drives through the desert with 2 nameless men, a driver who knows the way to the working village and his passenger. During one of the stops, the passenger discovers a huge ingot of gold in a pile of stones. Since the characters don't have enough strength to pick out the treasure from the sand and dust with their hands, the driver goes to some locality for equipment. The passenger remains to protect the found wealth. This is a minimalistic, somewhere meditative, and a bit hard thriller, which mood is closer to the author's cinema, a thriller about human survival in harsh conditions. There is particularly no actions or even suspense here, but there is only the tragedy of one lonely person, for whom the lust of life and the lust of gold gradually merge into one. 8th place, Gold. Windfall. A wealthy couple spontaneously visit their country house for the weekend, and suddenly it turns out that at this very moment a robber is visiting them too. The thief is clearly not prepared to take hostages, and he has to improvise on the go. This film is only a part thriller. Throughout the movie, the director easily juggles genres and switches from moderately wiggy and ironic comedy to drama, and then from drama to violent thriller. This is a classic talk movie about the quirks of the modern world and the little human's attempt to survive in it. The main problem of the movie is that not every viewer will enjoy this amount of genres, but if you're ready for this experiment, then the movie is quite worthy. 7th place, Windfall. Duel. After Sarah learns that she's mortally and terminally ill, she undergoes a cloning procedure. The replacement is designed to help her family and loved ones of a woman come to terms with the feeling of loss. However, the disease doesn't kill her as the doctor predicted, and the clone, meanwhile, fully begins to live the life of the main character. In addition, the clone, having become a full-fledged person, doesn't want to be disposed because of Sarah requested. The topic of cloning is not new to the science fiction genre, but this story is quite original. Given the idea and plot, the movie can be described as an episode of the Black Mirror series. There are not many tense moments in a thriller, but the overall dark atmosphere and the story itself, which develops in a dystopian world, will appeal to many fans of the genre. Disposable but worth watching movie. 6th place, Duel. Fresh. Noah hates dating. She's also tired being alone, so girl is looking for a mate, but meets only frankly strangers and inappropriate guys. She is already losing hope of meeting someone suitable, but accidentally meets the charming Steve in the grocery store. An unexpected meeting turns into a stormy romance. But when Noah agrees to relax with Steve in a country house, it turned out that the man has very specific tastes. This movie is a classic festival thriller or even horror movie. However, it will be interesting not only to critics, but also to the average viewer, since it is filmed quite well. For all the metaphors and references to topical issues like sexism, there is humor and casual dialogue. Somewhere strange and somewhere downright wild film, but still suitable for a mass audience. 5th place. Fresh. No Exit. Upon learning that her mother is dying, Derby escapes from a drug clinic, steals a car, and goes to her family. The girl's plans are spoiled by the impending blizzard. The roads are blocked, and Derby stops at the local tourist information center. A company of former Marine with his wife and 2 young guys had already gathered there. Trying to get in touch, Derby goes outside and sees a girl tied up in one of the cars. One of them is a criminal, and now she must find out who owns the van and how to save the prisoner. It turns out to be a standard movie that is released by streaming services, but fulfilling its functions. The film entertains and scares. There are plot twists and mysteries, but all of them are quickly revealed and will not seem like something special to someone who watched a lot of movies like that. 4th place. No Exit. Black Box. Matthew works in a civil aviation security service, deciphering the black boxes. Since the guy has a unique hearing, he is trusted with the most difficult things, for example, to understand the reason for the death of the newest liner that flew from Dubai to Paris and suddenly crashed in Alps. The official version of the investigation is a terrorist attack. However, the sixth sense and innate perfectionism haunt the guy. He is sure that the cause of the terrible plane crash are completely different. There are not many action scenes in the film, and most of the time the main character sits in front of all kinds of equipment and scrolls through the black box recording over and over again. But in fact, this thriller is much more fun to watch than many dynamic movies. Everyone will like it, and especially fans of French thrillers. 3rd place. Black Box. Kimi. Angela suffers from agoraphobia, which was worsened since the start of the pandemic. She hardly even leaves her huge apartment and works remotely in support of a voice assistant called Kimi, listening to anonymous recordings from stations and making recommendations on how to improve the user's experience. One day, Angela recognizes signs of violence against a woman on the recording and starts an investigation. A new movie by the recognized master Steven Soderbergh. A modernized version of Hitchcock's Rear Window, a strong, dynamic thriller that doesn't sag throughout the entire duration. 2nd place. Kimi. The Outfit. Chicago, 1956. Leonard, an elderly tailor who came to Chicago from London, works in his tailoring studio. Some of his clients are gangsters from local clans, and the Boyle Mafia family even keeps something like a mailbox in the studio, and periodically use the studio as a meeting room. That is why when the son of the boss gets a bullet during the gangster showdown, his friend dragged the wooden man to the studio. It turns out that the Boyles are concerned about an appearance of a snitch in their rank. And from now, everyone is under suspicion, including Leonard. An elegant chamber noir thriller, the actions of which practically don't go beyond the studio. But there are also interesting dialogues and clever skirmishes, as well as many plot twists that constantly change the balance of power between the characters. 1st place. The Outfit. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. Share your movie impressions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and put the big thumbs up. See you! Bye!